Meet some members of the United Church of Canada in BC as they talk about what inspires them to seek justice.
Every time I go home to the Philippines, I dream that one day when I have money, I will build a playground. What inspired me working at Children's Hospital?
My parents is always telling us before, the more blessing you receive, the more you give, the more blessing you receive. They always say that. Don't be selfish. Whatever you have, share something.
We walk by each other. We breathe the same air. We walk the same streets.
I was a young activist during the time, and we always marched in the street, passing for peace and justice. And I worked with different people in the community, even the simple one, the poor. In my life today, this is how I look at myself when I was young, and I will continue that fight.
Who am I, and what kind of world do I want to live in?
It is about your life, your energies, your time, and what you can do. And sometimes you don't know what you can do until you step in and try it. So I'm very thankful. I've gotten to know so many people I wouldn't have known otherwise. It's been a very enriching experience.
I think it's the reason we're here. People aren't interested, I think, anymore in just coming to church and singing and praying and listening to a reflection. I think the biggest need in people's hearts these days is to do something and make a difference in the world, but they don't have an outlet or a way to do that. So they give money to charities, but they wonder how they can actually get themselves involved physically and spiritually.
You are not alone in this world. We are part of the human fabric. Do I want to live in a world where part of the fabric is torn?
I think the connection is around the brokenness. I think we all have a certain amount of brokenness within us. And if we can connect to that brokenness and use that as an opportunity to serve others and to live out our faith. As a society, we've become so much interested in self.
Well, I don't think there's anything more important. It's really hard in our culture that has so much to appreciate that. And I think that we have to work harder at it than many others just because we are privileged.
It is a calling. I feel very strongly that that we all have gifts to give. And on the other hand, I think we're all blessed to be a blessing, and this is just part of my faith.
You just begin to know that group of people are doing that kind of work, and I want to be a part of it.
The Jewish girl that stayed in our family during the war, and who at one point had to be moved to another place. My mother took my younger brother with her, and my younger brother acting as a decoy, took her by train, having to go through numbers of checkpoints. She made it back alive, but she could have been picked up just so easy. I don't know if I would have that courage. But it's a courage that I aspire to.
I'm not stopping, because for me, a better world, a better peace in this world is the total achievement for me.
This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. This little light of mine.